Hi everyone, we're about to start our surprise story time in just a few minutes here. This is Sarah. I'm actually at home today, so I am doing this surprise story time from my house. And I have a special guest, and this is my friend. His name is Cat Sajak, and he is an apple-headed lynx point Siamese. And he's my best friend. So we're going to be reading a story about another Siamese cat today. And we'll see if Jack will stay with us for a little while. His whole name is Cat Sajak. But we just call him Jack, because Cat Sajak is a lot of words to say. And we're going to read a story about another Siamese cat whose name is Skippyjon Jones. It's a story by Judith, I'm going to probably pronounce her last name wrong, Schachner. But it's a classic story about a Siamese cat. So Jack and I are going to read it together. So we'll let him move a little bit. So the story for this afternoon's surprise story time is Skippyjon Jones. But let me see if I can get a little glare off of it. So this is Skippyjon Jones by Judith Schachner. Every morning, Skippyjon Jones woke up with the birds. And this did not please his mother at all. "Get yourself down here right now, Mr. Kitten Britches," ordered Mama Junebug Jones. "No self-respecting cat ever slept with a flock of birds," she scolded, "or ate worms, or flew, or did his laundry in Mrs. Doohiggy's bird bath." The lecture went on and on as usual. "You've got to do some serious thinking before you leave this room, Mr. Fuzzy Pants," said his mother, "about just what it means to be a cat. Not a bird, not a mouse, or a grouse, not a moose, or a goose, not a rat, or a bat. You need to think about what it means just to be a Siamese cat. And stay out of your closet," she added, closing the bedroom door. But once he was alone, Skippyjon Jones began to bounce and bounce and bounce on his big boy bed. "Oh, I'm Skippyjon Jones, and I bounce on my bed, and once or 6 times I land on my head." On his way down to earth from a gigantic big bounce, Skippyjon Jones shot past his bedroom mirror. "Holy guacamole!" exclaimed Skippyjon Jones. "What was that?" And so up he went again, and again it appeared. Then, using his very best Spanish accent, he said, "My ears are too big for my head. My eyes is too big for my body. I am not a Siamese cat. I am a Chihuahua." Back on land, Skippyjon Jones climbed into his toy box and ruffled through some of his old junk. After he put on his mask and sword and climbed onto his mouse, Skippyjon Jones began to sing in a muy soft voice. "My name is Scapito Fresquito. I fear not a single bandito. My manners are mellow. I'm sweet like the jello. I get the job done, yes indeedo." Back in the kitchen, Jujubee Jezebel and Jillyboo Jones were helping Mama Junebug make lunch. "Can Skippyjon come out of his room now?" asked Jujubee. "No," answered Mama Junebug Jones. "Mr. Fluffernutter is still thinking." In fact, Skippyjon John was not thinking about being a Siamese cat at all. With a walk into his closet, his thoughts took him down a long, lonesome desert road far, far away in old Mexico. Not long into his journey, a mysterioso band of Chihuahuas appeared out of the dust. "Ay, caramba, who goes there?" asked Skippyjon Jones. "We go by the name of Los Chimichangos," growled Don Diego, the biggest of the small ones. "Who are you?" "I am El Skippito, the great sword fighter," said Skippyjon Jones. Then the smallest of the small ones spoke up. "Why the masquito, dude?" said Poquito Tito. "I go incognito," said Skippito. "Do you like rice and beans?" asked Pintolito. "See, I love mice and beans," said Skippito. "He might be the dog of our dreams," whispered Rosalita. "Perhaps," said Tia Mia, if he knows the secret password." Leaning toward Don Diego, El Skippito half sneezed, half spoke the secret password into the Chihuahua's very large ear. "Ah-choo Pichu." "Bless you," said Don Diego. "Gracias," said Skippito. "Then it is true," decreed Don Diego. "Yip yippito. It's the end of Alfred Bazito. Skippito is here. We have nothing to fear. Adios to the bad Bumbleito." And then all of the chimichangos went crazy loco. First they had a fiesta. And then they took a siesta. But after waking up, the chimichangos got down to serious business. Using his paw, Don Diego drew a picture in the sand of the great Bumblebeeto for Skippito to see. A hush grew over the chimichangos, so great that one could hear a whisker drop. "Alfredo Bazito," whispered the crowd. "El Blimpo Bumblebeeto Bandito." "See," Poquito Tito said, "the bandito steals our frijoles." "Not your beans!" cried Skippito, outraged. "See," Poquito continued. "Red beans, black beans, Boston baked in blue, cocoa, coffee, kidney beans, pinto, and jelly too. And now he comes for us," Poquito added. "Por qué?" asked Skippito. "Because we are full of the beans too." Then Don Diego stood tall and in his most somber voice declared, "Yo quiero frijoles." "Huh?" asked Skippito. "The dude just wants his beans back," said Poquito Tito. "And you are the dog for the job." "Me?" asked Skippito. Then all of the chimichangos turned toward Skippito, the great sword fighter. But poor Skippito had no time for a plan, because in the blink of an eye, a gigantic shadow darkened the landscape. The chimichangos scattered in all directions. "Vamos, Skippito, or else the bandito will eato," they cried. Skippito stood his ground, but his legs shimmied and shook like the jello, and his teeth chattered like they were castanets. Then in a muy soft voice, he said, "My name is Skippito Frisquito, and I fear not a single bandito." But Alfred Bazito flew straight for Skippito, until the bean-eating bandito hovered only inches away from the great sword fighter's face. "Holy frijoles!" cried Skippito as he thrust his sword in the air. Suddenly, pop, went the bandito, landing on Skippito's sword, and quicker than one could say chihuahuas, cheese, and crackers, every kind of bean came spilling out of Alfredo Bazito, the bumblebee bandito. And there's him popping with all the beans. Then all the doggies burst into song. "Yip, yippee, yippito! Our hero is El Skippito. He's the dog of our dreams who delivered the beans, and now we can make our burritos." And there's all the dogs singing. But back at home, there was such a ruckus coming from Skippyjon's room that Mama Junebug Jones and the girls just had to find out what was going on. They raced down the hall to the kitty boy's room. Banguito, Crashito, Papito, Skippito. Just in time to see Skippyjon's closet explode. Then out flew Candy, beanbag doggies, and this kitty boy with the birthday piñata on his head. Skippyjon Jones, everyone cried. Holy muchachitas, he said in a muy soft voice. Mama Junebug Jones lifted up Skippyjon and covered his head with furry purry kisses. What am I going to do with you, Mr. Cocoa Pugs? She scolded. That night, when he was supposed to be going to sleep, Skippyjon began to bounce and bounce on his big boy bed. Oh, I'm Skippyjon Jones with a mind of my own, and I'll bounce on my bed for hours. I know I'm a cat, but forget about that. Say goodnight, Skippyjon Jones, called Mama. Buenos noches, mis amigos, said Skippyjon Jones. And Skippyjon went to bed. Now, Skippyjon is a Siamese cat, and that's what my cat Jack is. He's also a Siamese. I think he's run off. So just like Skippyjon, Jack is also a Siamese. He's a different kind. He's called a lynx point Siamese. And he doesn't want to sit with us very much. But he did stay and listen to the whole story of Skippyjon Jones and the Bambino Bandito. So stay tuned for more. We're going to have more stuff. And if you have any ideas of things or stories you'd like to hear or see, leave us a message so that we can get those going for you. Thanks so much, and we'll see you soon.